Hello my dear students, welcome back to my channel Essential Academy Chemistry with Vinay. In this video, we are going to learn about the trick of ozonolysis of alkenes and alkynes. I hope you all are observing this chart. It is very important. You can easily answer all kinds of questions that is based on ozonolysis. Let us see what is it. If I take alkenes, remember if I take alkenes, adding of ozone to alkenes only in the presence of water, then alkenes as well as alkynes will form carboxylic acids, If I take alkene, if I add ozone to alkene, in the presence of zinc plus water, the possible compounds are aldehydes and ketone and aldehydes. If I take alkynes, if I add ozone to alkynes, then in the presence of zinc and water, the possible products are going to be only and only ketones. If I take only H2O, then carboxylic acids are formed. If I take zinc and water, aldehydes and ketones are formed. This you fix in your mind, children. Definitely it helps you to clear the question. Within some of the questions can be just in seconds you can clear the questions, children. Let us understand what exactly is happening in these reactions in detail. You can observe here, children. I will take a alkene. I will take propene here. I will take a propene. This propene, when it reacts with, when it is treated with ozone in the presence of water. So when it is treated with ozone in the presence of water, first these two bonds, the two double bonds will break and ozonide structure is formed. Sir, this is the ozonide structure. Here is the ozonide structure. Again, this ozonide structure where it is going to be breaking the bond further in this way. This oxygen, what you are seeing, it will oxidize. It oxidizes the water to H2O2 and it forms what? CH3CHO plus CH3CHO. CH3CHO is formed and aldehydes are formed. When these aldehydes in the presence of H2O2, that is the water which was oxidized by this oxygen, again this H2O2 oxidizes the aldehydes into 2 times of carboxylic acids. I told you, when alkenes in the presence of ozone and water, it becomes aldehydes. Again, these aldehydes are oxidized by hydrogen peroxide to what? To become carboxylic acids. I just shared a chart where I told you that, remember, whenever alkenes, where you add a ozone to alkenes only in the presence of water, carboxylic acids are formed. Yes, carboxylic acids are formed here. Let me take one more example so that you can understand it still better. If we want to stop the reaction at aldehyde, if we need to stop the reaction at aldehyde, what can we do? It is very simple. We can just add zinc so that it can stop or it can completely destroy the H2O2. And how is that possible? Let us see that now. You can observe here, again I will take a propene, adding of ozone in the presence of zinc and water. So it forms what? a ozonoid is formed. This bond will break, a ozonoid is formed. A ozonoid is formed. The bonds will break in this way in the presence of this oxygen will oxidizes the water, thereby forming H2O2 and zinc. And next there is a formation of 2 times of aldehydes. This aldehydes further cannot be oxidized by hydrogen peroxide. Why? Because the zinc reacts with hydrogen peroxide to give zinc oxide and water, where it acts as a reducing agent, where it is trying to remove an oxygen. That is why the reaction in the presence of zinc and water, it stops at aldehyde, whereas the reaction of alkenes in the presence of only water, it will form carboxylic acids. I hope you have understood this clearly. Whenever I take only ozone and water, there is a formation of carboxylic acid. Whenever I take ozone with zinc and water, then there is a formation of aldehydes. It does not further oxidize to carboxylic acids. Hope children you have understood this clearly. Let me take one more example where I am going to show you how alkynes will react with ozone. Now let us try with an alkyne. So I'll take an alkyne now here. This is an alkyne, that is propyne. This propyne, when it is treated with ozone in the presence of water, so what happens? There is a formation. These 2 double bonds will break. Remember children, these 2 double bonds will break and add 1 oxygen here, 1 oxygen here, 1 oxygen here, 1 oxygen here, and let this bond be the same. So what happens? CH3, C double bond O, C double bond O, CH. And 1 more oxygen which was remaining, it oxidizes the water into hydrogen peroxide. This hydrogen peroxide further oxidizes this ketone, into what? It further oxidizes the ketone into carboxylic acids. 2 times of carboxylic acids are going to be formed. Remember, there is one is CH3COOH is formed. 1 time of CH3COOH is formed. It is formed. The other time, the 1 more will be a formic acid will be formed. So if you observe in this, when I take only water, it forms a ketone which will be further oxidized by the hydrogen peroxide to carboxylic acids. If I take the same alkene in the presence of zinc and water, these 2 bonds will break, thereby forming an ozonoid. Add oxygen here, add oxygen here, add oxygen here, add an oxygen here, and what happens? CH3, C double bond O, C double bond O, CH. So here, because of the presence of zinc, it will not allow the water which will be oxidized to hydrogen peroxide to further oxidize the ketone into carboxylic acid. So here what happens? This H2O2 is completely destroyed by this zinc. And that is why the product will be stopped at ketone. So what is the compound? What is this known as? This is known as propane 1, 2 di 1. Propane 1, 2 di 1. Hope you have understood this concept neatly, clearly. And remember children, whenever there is only water, there is a further oxidation takes place of the aldehyde or ketones by hydrogen peroxide to carboxylic acid. When there is a zinc, there is no further oxidation and it stops at ketone and aldehydes. So that is what I just wanted to tell you. Remember this and try to fix this in your mind. Whenever there is an alkene or alkyne, only water and you're adding an ozone, carboxylic acids are formed. But whenever there is a zinc and water, remember aldehydes, ketones are formed. That's it in this video children. I'll be uploading some more and more videos. For more videos, subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon. If you have liked this video, click a like, give a like to this video so that I'll be making some more and more videos. Thank you. See you again.